Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am back with another apartment renovation in my New York City inspired Brownstones build that I've been working on for the last couple of weeks. And today I am tackling the other micro studio apartment. There are two in this building, and I really wanted to make sure for this one in particular that I used a lofted bed with a desk underneath to really utilize the small space that we have. And so because I did that, at first I was thinking this could be an apartment for a student, but in the end it ends up just being more neutral and open-ended to who this could be for. It's like super neutral and so cozy and it feels very aesthetic. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. So I hope you will enjoy it as well. If you do and you'd like to download this build, it is not yet available, but it will be later this week as I am posting the remainder of the apartment renovations throughout the week. And I'm thinking about doing an extra video that's like a tour of all of the different units that are here. I've had some requests to do that, so I think I might do that as well. But the entire apartment complex furnished version of these buildings will be live later this week, and I'm really excited to share that. There are 3 other apartments after this one, and I had a blast decorating them. Most of them I decorated over on Twitch. I do stream over on twitch.tv/Gryphi 3 to 4 times a week. And it's always a bit of fun to work together to design some spaces in The Sims. And this is one of the ones I did on stream as well. One of the apartments, though, I did off stream. And so that'll be a nice little surprise, which was the last one that I did. But yeah, you can see here I'm starting to decorate the shelves up above the couch. And I was still trying to use those posters to make it for a student. And I just really didn't like it in the end. But I still felt like there was a lot of personality just in the clutter that was added over here. And this could still be for a student, but I don't think they need to have academic posters up all over their apartment. I did get a corkboard over here, which I end up putting a couple of postcards on, I'm pretty sure. And the desk I used under here is actually from university or high school years, one of the two. So it does lean towards the idea of this still being a student, but it isn't so like in your face. So I really enjoyed that. And then I'm just trying to figure out which chair I want to put at the desk. I went through so many different options and scrolled for way too long, but I opted for this one from Dream Home Decorator in the end. I just wanted to bring in a variety of different wood tones and have something simple that felt like it matched the couch, which is from, oh goodness, where's that couch from? I want to say that one's from Nifty Knitting, which I think is really cute. And then I added a bunch of stuff on the desk that kind of leaned into the idea of them using a lot of tech. So we have the digitalistic sketch pad. And I'm trying to think what else I put here. I think I put the drawing tablet as well. So maybe they are into some artsy stuff. I liked the idea of that. And very different from what I started with thinking this was going to be like a science major. So just changing that up here. I also thought about adding this mirror here so your Sims could get ready at their desk. I think I kept that. I just at first wasn't sure because the clips that are like right off of the mirror were hanging off the side of the desk. But I was able to rotate it to make it so it didn't look that way. And then, of course, adding some more clutter up here. We have a water bottle. We have a place to hang up your headphones. And I ended up getting a little plant as well because I can't help myself. I love this little plant. It looks so good in every build. So I opted to put that in here. And then I just rearranged some of the items on that back shelf. So moving the desk out of the way so I could place those a little bit more precisely. And I think that made a huge difference. It doesn't look so randomly placed anymore. I will also be adding a full-length mirror over on the side of the ladder. So your Sims have a mirror to look into to get ready. Obviously, we have the little mirror on the desk as well. But I thought having a full-length one would be nice. So I will be grabbing that here shortly. So that is right here. I opted for this one from the Vintage Glamour Pack because it's really big and really simple. I felt like it fit the style of this apartment really well. And then I decided to add a couple of framed like magazine spreads up here, whether they were ones that this Sim wrote or maybe they were magazine spreads that they designed. I went to school for graphic design and a lot of what we focused on was magazine spreads and publications and stuff like that. So I liked that idea for this Sim. I also added some bags hanging up on the wall. I just think it's realistic to have that extra storage that way. And this is where I'm adding some of those postcards to our corkboard. And you can see like this is the whole space we're working with. It's so small. So I really wanted to make sure we used like every inch of it. And while I didn't necessarily need another couch, like a couch in here, you could lay on the bed. I just think it's more realistic and cozy because this one especially has a lofted bed. So do you really want to climb up there? You could sit on the couch to eat or just lounge, take a nap. So it doesn't have a dining space, but you could sit on the couch or at the computer. Those are some options. And then we are in the kitchen space, which is already fully furnished. It's just I'm adding some decorations in here to make it a little bit more specific to this particular unit. So I added some aprons in here, as well as a chalkboard, some pots and pans hanging up, and a couple of other things. I did keep all of the cabinetry and stuff the same in here as I did in most of the apartments. But there are a couple of them that I did end up renovating to have more modern appliances and tiles and all of that. So you'll see that throughout the week as I post the rest of those videos. I'm so happy to finally be done with this series, but also like I had so much fun with it and I'm excited to figure out what the next thing we're going to do is. I did end up hanging up this little shelf here from Tiny Living that has all sorts of kitchen clutter on it. I just think it's really pretty. I decided that looked better than the pots and pans, and it's not an item I use that often anymore. I just forget about it, and it felt correct for an apartment, especially a small apartment. Just adding those little bits of like storage is very important. And then over by the sink, I added some plants. And I think that's pretty much it for the kitchen space here. And I think we just have the bathroom left. I'm trying to think if I added anything else in this space. I might have added some soap by the sink. I tend to do that quite a bit too. Realistic and also just a little bit of extra clutter because it ends up being pretty like bare bones in here because we only have that corner counter to prep on. Oh, I added a towel. That makes sense. That's the other thing I add a lot. I also added these succulents in the bathroom, and all of the fixtures are already in here. I have some like basic stuff in here. So just adding some soap, and I believe I added a couple of these other jars that are from the bathroom clutter kits. One of them has some like cotton balls in it, and I'm not sure what the other one had, but I just thought it would be something different since I always put the same items up here. So I opted for these instead to switch it up a little bit. I thought that looked nice. I'm not really sure what's in the pink one. Maybe those are some sort of bath salts or something like that, but we don't have a bath. They could be shower fizzers. We could imagine that. Or just like some sort of thing to make the bathroom smell better. I could see that. There's lots of different things it could be, but just adding a mat by the shower and a little over the toilet organizer. And that should be it for this apartment. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, especially the rest of this apartment series, and click that bell to be notified of every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy those screenshots, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.